What is a bot? Bots can attack a web server, collect vast amounts of information, and create spam comments on news stories. They interact with humans and sometimes trick them into believing they are human too. What is a bot? And how do they account for more traffic on the web than humans? The word bot is derived from robot. Bots are automated software designed by human programmers to do tasks on the web. The range of things a bot can be designed to do is enormous. It ranges from tasks that are repetitive and simple, like watching and rewatching a YouTube clip to boost its view count, or unpredictable and complex, like manipulating public opinion on Twitter. The most common type of bot is a web crawler or web spider. Spiders are programmed to scour the web for information, which they can harvest and store. Like other bots, spiders are particularly useful in that they can do such tasks at a rate far eclipsing that of a human user. For example, companies that send spam emails use spiders to collect email addresses. Spiders load a web page, search for any email addresses in the body or comments, capture them, and move on to the next page. This process of a bot capturing any information from a web page is also called scraping. Search engines like Google use web spiders to make their search results faster. This is like a taxi driver becoming familiar with a section of town in order to get to destinations more efficiently. There are other bots that hang out on Twitter all day, reading far more tweets than any human possibly could. Some of them tweet their own messages on particular topics, sometimes mashing up tweets from other Twitter users, sometimes mining the web for funny or provocative content. Every Word, for instance, was a bot that tweeted all the words in the English language over a period of years, one word every 30 minutes. The Sorting Hat bot, @SortingBot, will read every tweet that a user has ever made and analyze the word frequencies and sort them into a Hogwarts house, just like its Harry Potter namesake. Sometimes bots can be used as cyber weapons, especially when someone controls many bots. A group of bots is called a botnet. Botnets can be coordinated to the same web page at once. The unexpected request volume can overwhelm the web server and crash the website. This is also known as a DDoS attack, or distributed denial of service attack. It is distributed because it uses multiple bot-infected computers, and a denial of service attack because its actions force the target server to shut down. You may have encountered social bots in chat rooms, like moderator bots that ban chat room users from swearing or posting too often. Chatbots can respond to users' questions and interact often as though they were human. You may also have encountered barriers created to stop bots. Most of the time, when you create a new account, a website will ask you to fill out a CAPTCHA, a series of letters or numbers. CAPTCHA are intended to keep bots out of a website so that they don't send spam emails or write spam ads on news stories and blog posts. There is a quiet arms race between the designers of CAPTCHA and the designers of bots. Using text recognition software, bots are getting better at getting through these digital gatekeepers. Bots have been around since the beginning of the internet, but as a recent New York Times article says, bots are getting smarter and easier to create. Social bots, bots that interact with humans, increasingly appear on sites like Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and Tumblr. Code for bots like these is easily accessible on code-sharing sites like GitHub, meaning that bots aren't just created by specialist programmers anymore. Bots are also getting better at avoiding behaviors that would blow their cover and get them automatically blocked by sites like Twitter. For example, they might be programmed to follow sleep-wake cycles to blend in with human users. As bots become more convincing, human users and researchers need to be careful what we are being convinced of. As a 2013 New York Times piece puts it, bots in the future could even sway elections, influence the stock market, attack governments, and flirt with people and one another. It's easy to see why social bots are, in particular, becoming a major cause for concern for online security firms and technology researchers. There are implications for this technology beyond the political and criminal. As machine learning gets more advanced, so will automated programs like bots. Bots can already be programmed to learn from the material they find on the web. Oftentimes, this means they behave in ways that human coders did not anticipate. Emergent forms of bot behavior bring up pressing legal questions. Is a bot programmer liable for its behavior, the way that dog owners are liable for their dog's actions? One man was arrested when a bot he created to order a random item off the dark web purchased illegal drugs. Questions about who is responsible for a bot's behavior are made more complicated by the fact that bots aren't always coded by a single programmer. Oftentimes, the code is co-developed by a team bought or borrowed from an open source database. As the worldwide role of internet-based technology continues to grow, so too will the role of bots. It's important to understand what these automated actors are currently capable of doing in order to anticipate what they might do in the future.